EduwebTV KPM.
Hello and good day to you. You are now watching Sukses SPM 2022 Pecutan together with me, Sean Stephen, as your host. And for today, our subject is English, where we are focusing on paper 1. So the teacher for today will be going through some sample questions and how you can answer them to attain a maximum score as possible. And with that, let's have a look at our teacher's profile. And joining us today, we'll be having Madam Eileen. Hi, Madam.
Hi,
How are you
Sean.
doing today?
Fine, thank you. How about you?
I am doing great. But before we continue, we also like to introduce our sign language interpreter, and that is none other than Miss Amira Huda binti Muhammad Amir from SK Pendidikan Khas Taiping, Perak. And how are you, teacher? All right. Now back to Madam Eileen. So again, what will we be focusing on today?
Today we will be focusing on paper 1, where we are going to look at the sample questions and how the pupils can get the answer to the questions.
All right. So shall we begin?
Yeah.
Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Sean. Okay, so everyone, today, before I proceed with the sample questions, okay, I'd like to share with all of you out there the format of our paper 1, which is the reading and use of English. Okay, it takes 1 hour and 30 minutes and it carries 40 marks. Okay, and for this paper, there are 5 parts that pupils have to answer. Okay, so 5 parts in 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, 40 marks. So I'm going to share with all of you part by part. Okay, so I'm going to the first part, which is the part 1 of the paper. Part 1 of the paper is the multiple choice questions, where pupils are given stimulus and they have to answer 8 questions. Okay, so here, 8 multiple choice questions, okay, with 3 options only. A, B, C. Okay. Usually we have 4 options, but for part 1 in our paper 1, there are only 3 options. Okay. And the questions are based on variety of short text. And try not to spend more than 8 minutes here. Okay, so 8 questions, 1 minute, 1 questions, if possible. Okay, and frankly speaking, the questions are not that tough. It's quite easy. Okay, so here, now my advice to all of you. Okay, first of all, what you should do when you are doing part 1. Number 1, read quickly. Okay, you read the question quickly before you go and read the text. Okay, why we have to read? To give you an idea of what you are going to look for in the text. Okay, so number 1, read the question. Number 2, go through all, okay, the option. Okay, all the options. There are 3 options, so you have to go through all the options before you decide on the correct answer.
Okay.
Okay, and then my advice to you is that you have to read all the options. Even though when you look at the options, for example A, and you are very sure the answer is A, but don't straight away say that that is the correct answer. You have to read all the 3 options, because sometimes there are slight differences, okay? Slight differences in the answer given. Okay, so all the 3 options there are only slight differences. So
Okay.
don't, because you want to spend less time in part 1, you just, when you see the answer is A, you just blacken the answer in the answer sheet. A, no.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to look for you have to read the others.
Just to make sure that the answers we choose is correct.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the correct one.
Alright.
The most suitable one.
Okay.
Okay, so here, I would like to give you the sample. Okay, sample. So here, so the first question here is based on the stimulus on T. Okay, so we use whatever the advice that I have given just now. Number 1, we read the question right. The purpose of the advertisement is. So we are looking for
The purpose.
purpose. Okay, so after this, we look at the option. Okay, the purpose. So we are looking at the purpose, right?
Yes.
So after this, we are going to read the text. Okay, so Tea is a work of art and requires a master to draw out its best qualities, claims Okakura in his famous book of Tea. We at the Good Morning Tea Company follow the same tradition, allowing tea drinkers to appreciate the art of tea in its purest form. With characteristic of the finest Highland teas, our latest tea has been perfected. So here, first of all, you are given the famous wording by this person, Okakura. And then here, we are talking of the company, which is the Good Morning Tea Company. So here, what is the purpose of this advertisement? Okay, is it number 1, introduce a new tea product? Okay, number 1. B, to tell customer how to identify good tea, or to improve the sales of tea from the Highlands? Okay, so is it A, B, or C?
Shall
So
I try
how
and
about you,
answer?
Sean?
I would guess it as A.
Okay, it's A. Why?
Because B and C don't seem to be the appropriate answer for this stimulus.
Yeah, okay. So the answer is A. Why
Okay.
A? Okay, why A? With characteristic of the finest Highland tea, our latest tea has been perfected. So they are introducing a new tea product.
Yes.
Our latest tea. Okay, why don't we try question number 2?
Okay.
Okay. Which statement is true about National Science Challenge? Okay. So this is the stimulus. Okay. A, the options are 3 options here. Okay. So this is on registration on the National Science Challenge for all Form 4 students or Form 4. Okay. And then the national, okay, if we look at this one, okay, I don't think I'm going to read this thing. Okay, everyone can see this stimulus, right? So we are going over to the options, okay? The final 4 teams will go against each other. Final 4 teams, okay? It is an individual event involving various activities. C, winners will get an award at the Nobel Prize Award ceremony. Okay, so, okay. Based on this one, let's see. Is it an individual event or team event? Okay, we are looking at
Team.
individual or team.
Team.
The keyword is team.
Yes.
Okay, so this one is
Not true. or
not
wrong.
true. Individual,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay. How about, okay, make it to the final activity, the challenge. The champion will get here, winners will get an award. Get an award. Here, champion will get the chance to go to the...
Prestigious Nobel Prize Award ceremony.
Are they going to get the award?
No.
No. So they are only going to attend the award ceremony.
Yes.
So the best answer is...
A.
A. The final 4 teams will go against each other. The teams who make it to the final will compete in activities that challenge them to solve problems. So they are going against each other.
Yes.
So so you can see here, Sean, we have clues in the stimulus as well as in the answer.
Yes.
So we have done 2 questions, right, on part 1. So is it difficult?
Seems to be pretty simple actually if we read the questions properly.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, so next we are going to look at question number 3. Okay, question number 3. Another one. Which of the following is true? Okay, is it A, okay, B or C? Okay, so this is on customer notice on free ride. Okay, free rides on train. Okay, is it on train? Okay, is it free train rides are available throughout the launch day? Okay, starting from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Is it throughout the launch day?
No.
Throughout the launch day meaning
from the time it starts all the way till the end.
So no. Free bus ride will be provided at the train station. Okay. Is it free?
No, that's only a 50%
Yes,
discount.
very good. Same discount. Okay. And the last one, passengers have to pay normal fare after March. So this one is, what is it? Until
31st March.
So meaning starting April, no more.
No more discounted rates. All they have to pay normal fares.
Okay. So the correct answer is
C.
C.
All right. Looks like the questions that Madam Eileen has presented, or the simple questions, seem to be fairly easy as long as we read the questions and the stimulus correctly or properly, and then we are able to choose our suitable answer. Thank you so much, Madam Eileen, for that. And with that, we're going to take a short break. Back to you after this on Sukses SPM 2022 Pecutan.
EduwebTV KPM. EduwebTV KPM.
Welcome back. You're now watching Sukses SPM 2022 Pecutan, where our subject for today is English, focusing on paper 1, together with Madam Eileen. So, Madam, what will we be focusing on for this segment?
Okay, for this segment, we will be focusing on part 2 and part 3.
All right. Over to you.
Okay, Okay, thank you, Sean. Okay, so for part 2, this is another multiple choice questions where there will be an extended text of about 250 to 300 words. Okay, and here from this text, 10 items are removed. However, for this part, there are 4 options. Okay, in part 1 we have only 3. Now we have 4: A, B, C, and D. And try not to spend not more than 10 minutes. Okay, so for this, because there are 10 items. Okay, so this is a rational clause, or in another word, is a clause text. Okay, so here, my advice is, first of all, do not attempt, to fill the gaps on your first reading. First of all, you have to read the text first. Okay, while reading for the first time, don't fill in the gaps first. Okay, don't fill in. Okay, don't. Okay, you read quickly to see what it is all about. Okay, and try to determine the tense or tenses required for the text. Okay, then you look at the answer and determine the right words. Okay, read for the first time to get the gist of the text. Then you go to the answer. So don't try to fill in the gaps at the first reading.
Okay.
Okay, next. So we are going to look at the sample answer. Sample questions. Okay. Now, this is the sample question for part 2. This will be the layout in the paper. Okay, the layout. Okay, but I'm going to make it bigger. So about this animal, the pangolin. Okay, so this is the text. The pangolin, often referred to as an ant-eater, is an animal usually found in Asia. So we are given the first answer. Okay, so that is number 0. Okay, then number 9, it is sometimes mistaken to be a reptile. It is in fact a mammal. Perhaps the most surprising and disappointing blank about the pangolin is that it is the world's most traded animal. Some estimates blank that sales of pangolins now account for up to 20% of the entire wildlife black market. The demand for pangolins comes mostly from China, where pangolin scales are thought to be a blank for many health problems, yet there is no evidence to support this. So we have 4 blanks here. So the first one is, we know when it is in the beginning of a sentence, the answer for this blank, it will be a connectors. Or
okay.
cohesive devices, or sometimes we call it cohesive devices, sometimes we call it connectors.
Yes.
Okay, so let's look at the answers. So we have 4. If, despite, since, although. Okay, I go back. Okay, it is sometimes mistaken to be a reptile. It is in fact a mammal. Is it if? Okay. Is it despite, since, or although? Okay. So all these 4 are cohesive devices. So which one is the most suitable one? If it is all sometimes mistaken to be a reptile. It sounds funny, right?
Yes.
Okay. Or despite it is sometimes mistaken to be a reptile. Okay or not okay?
Something a bit weird there, right?
A bit weird. Okay, next we have since. Since it is sometimes mistaken to be a reptile, it is in fact a mammal. No. Okay, and the last one is although it is sometimes mistaken as a reptile, it is in fact a mammal.
Yes, I think this is a suitable answer
So
for
the
that.
most suitable one is although. So next we go to the number 10. Perhaps the most surprising and disappointing about the pangolin. What is it? Okay, let's look at the answers given. Fact, news, reason, information. The most surprising, the most surprising and disappointing fact. The most surprising and disappointing news. Or the most surprising and disappointing reason, or the last one, information. Which one will it be? Perhaps
I would go for fact.
Fact, yes.
Yeah.
About the pangolin is most traded animal. The fact.
Yeah.
Yes, the fact. So the answer is sorry. The answer is the fact.
Because it can be between fact and information, but,
Yeah, but-
because it's more disappointing and because it is true.
Yeah, it's true. So it is a fact.
Fact.
Yes, very good, Sean. Okay, next. Some estimates that sales of pangolins now account for up to 20%. So estimates what? What will it be? Is it Is it tell, suggest, advise, or propose? Some estimates tell, Some estimate suggest, some estimate advise, or some estimate propose.
I would think the answer would be suggest.
Suggest, yes, very good. Suggest that. Because why suggest? When we look at the question itself, suggest that sells. Okay? Okay, so suggesting something.
Yes.
Okay, the estimate suggests something, not tell something or propose something. And the last one, Pangolin scales are thought to be a what? For many health problem.
Okay. I think the choice of answers that we have here is cure, factor,
symptom,
and
prevention.
I think the answer would be cure.
Yeah, a cure. Do you say prevention? No, right? A cure. Is it a cure for many health problems? A prevention for many health problems?
No, I don't think so.
It's not suitable there.
Yes.
Okay. So, for part 2, once again, I repeat. Okay. Read the text at first to get the gist. Next, we go to the question and the options. Okay?
Okay.
So, this is part 2. Okay, so there are 10 questions for this one. Okay, but today I'm going to share with you only 4. Okay. Next, we are going to part 3. This one is a bit longer text. A longer text of 650 to 700 words, meaning 1 page.
Okay.
Okay. So here, 8 questions with 4 possible options. 4, okay? So here, first thing that you have to do is take your time to read the text carefully before going to the question. Okay? So some of the questions you are given, for some of the questions, you are given the specific paragraph.
Okay.
Okay, to look for the answer. So if for this type of question, you straight away go to that paragraph. Okay, and for other questions, you have to look for keywords to enable you to zoom into the right paragraph to find the correct answer. Okay, so once again, read through all the options. You have to read all, yeah? Reminder. Read all the options before you decide on your answer. Okay, so sample question for this one. This is the layout. Okay, the layout of part 3. Okay, so you can see it's a longer text with 8 questions. Okay, so we are going to look at, okay, so for this one, in paragraph 3, what does the writer say about the mother's character? Okay, so I zoom into paragraph 3.
All right.
So this is paragraph 3. So talking about the mother. Okay, if we read through this paragraph, talking about how the mother cook food for the family. Okay, and what she was doing in the kitchen. Okay, so here talking about her mother's character. Here, okay, the mother is at home, is always cooking for the family, doing house chores for the family. So, talking about the characteristic of the mother. So, let's go through the options. Yeah, she was discouraged by the economic hardship faced by the family. Was she discouraged?
No.
No. If you read this one, okay, she, even though they don't have much, she still find the time to cook food for the family. Right? Okay, so this is not the answer. She was conscious of the way she looked when she was cooking.
That's not the answer as well.
You see here? What is it?
Yeah. She was a clean and tidy woman, but sitting by a fire, such moments.
But the hair would be
messy. That's right.
Okay, here. So, no. Okay. C, she was concerned about what the future holds for her children. is there anything in the paragraph talks about the future of her children?
Not in this paragraph.
Not in this paragraph, so no. And the last one, she was determined to put food on the table for everyone. Right?
Yes.
Even though it is only ordinary dishes.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So she tries to give food to her family even though they are poor. So next question. Here is paragraph 5. What was the proof that their life changed for the better? Okay. So here, this is the paragraph. The father worked hard day and night. The mom would cook meal, clean the house and do all the household chores. Okay. So it took them 10 years to turn their life around. Okay, we are talking about 10 years here, but is it anything to talk about 10 years here?
Oh, I don't find it.
You don't find it, so it's not the answer. Okay, they could afford to get a new place of their own. If we look at the last paragraph, maybe, maybe. Okay, next, the family reused the coal to save money. Is it correct? Is it about the proof that their life has changed? Is it the proof?
They did reuse it, but it's not a proof for.
It's not a
of
proof.
Their life changing. Yeah.
The father did not complain anymore. Is there any evidence in the text that shows the father complained?
Only the part where he swallowed down his cold dinner with no complaint, but it did not state whether he complained.
No complaint,
right?
So this one is wrong. So the most suitable answer is
B.
Yeah, they finally moved into a new apartment.
Yes, that's good. Thank you so much, Madam Eileen, for that. And with that, just like what Madam Eileen has said, that we have to read the text properly and also the questions and find that suitable option or answer to suit the questions that was asked. And right now, we're going to take a short break. Back to you after this, only on EduwebTV KPM. Don't go anywhere.
EduwebTV KPM. EduwebTV KPM.
Hello again, you are now watching Sukses SPM 2022 Pecutan together with me, Sean Steven, and the subject for today is English, where we are focusing on paper 1 together with Madam Eileen. All right, Madam? Shall we continue?
Yeah, thank you, Sean.
All right.
Okay, we are going to continue with part 4. Okay, part 4, in fact, it requires more of the pupils' time.
Okay.
Because they need to really understand the text in order to get the correct answer. Okay, so part 4 here, the text is of about 350 to 450 words, including the gap sentences.
Okay.
Okay, and 6 sentences are removed from the text. However, the options that are given to the pupils are add options. So there are 2 distractors. So they didn't give only 6 options. So there are add options with 2 distractors.
Okay.
Okay. So here, what you are going to do in part 4. So my advice to you for part 4 is you have to apply your skills on coherence and cohesion to find the correct sentence, to fill in the blanks. Just now, part 2 is 1 word, 1 blank. But for part 4, it's a sentence to fill in the blank. Okay? And make sure the sentence that you choose should blend in smoothly with the sentences before and after. So the clue here that you can get in order to guess the correct sentence is look at the sentence before and after.
Okay.
So the clue is there. Do not concentrate on individual sentences. You have to look at the ideas, okay, or events or opinions as a whole. Okay. After you have chosen the suitable sentence, then you have to check whether the sentence fit the gap or not.
Okay.
Okay, meaning here you need to read the whole text again. Now here is the sample questions for part 4. Okay, so this is how it looks like in the paper itself. We have the text and we have one page for the text, another page for the options. These are the options A until H. So in order to answer this part, you will be given, okay, answer sheet for you to answer. Okay? We have answer sheets for this. Okay, not only for this, since part 1 just now.
Okay.
All right. So here I have make it bigger. Okay. So we are talking about camping activities. Okay, camping activities. Okay, so here 3 paragraph. The first 3 paragraph for this text. Okay, if you look just now, in fact this is the this one, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the camp activities are creatively designed to motivate and boost our confidence. For example, during the Speak Easy activity, we were encouraged to reveal our secrets and inner feelings. To our horror, the facilitators made it compulsory for everyone to participate. There we have one missing sentence there. We had no choice but to build up our courage and speak up. This set the tone for the future activities. So here, in order to answer number 27, okay, the sentence that comes before is talking about revealing our secrets and inner feelings. And then everyone has to participate. Okay, compulsory. And then the next question, we had no choice. Here, no choice. Meaning compulsory. Okay, compulsory. So, from options A until H, okay, A, we should listen to views and ideas of all people. B, now I am more confident about addressing problems of behavior with the junior students. C, everyone who attended noticed a huge change in how they behave and treat people. D, I was pushed out of my comfort zone. E, we learned about time management and how to handle stress effectively. F, I really try to focus on all the positive. G, I also shared my experience with other leaders. And H, surprisingly, everybody volunteered to go first. Okay, if we look at the clue just now, we are talking about compulsory for everyone.
Yes.
Okay, so no choice, everyone. So look at the answer, the options given. From 8 options, which one of the options is giving a clue about everyone is joining the activity? Is it A, B, C, D, E, F, G or H? Talking about everyone. Remember? First, meaning that compulsory, no one is exempted, no choice, need to speak up. So here, to our horror, the facilitators made it compulsory for everyone to participate. So number 27, surprisingly, everyone volunteered to go first. Okay, then we continue with the next sentence. We had no choice but to build up our courage and speak up. Why? This is the most possible answer or options because everyone volunteer. So this one is number 20.
7.
Yes, number 27.
Alright.
So next.
Shall I read out the next paragraph?
Yeah, you read out the next paragraph.
Okay. The next activity was something I had been looking forward to. It was a workshop on how to deal with disciplinary cases in the safest way possible. The hands-on activity taught me how to deal with these sorts of difficult situations. And then there's a space. And then this knowledge is something to be shared with the new prefects in my school.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. So this paragraph is talking about what?
Disciplinary cases, how to deal with them.
Yeah, is it? Workshop on how to deal with disciplinary cases. So that activity taught the writer how to deal with these sorts of difficult situations. So let's go back to the options. Which one is talking about disciplinary cases? Disciplinary cases. So we know this one is taken already. H is taken. So the others. Which one is talking? Okay, this one we are talking about views and ideas.
Okay.
This one about
About
behavior.
Yes.
Okay. This one about the changes.
Yes.
Okay. This one about the person itself, the writer itself, push out of my comfort zone. Then about time management, focus on positives and sharing experience. So which one is talking about disciplinary cases?
I would go for B.
Yeah, very good. So this one is number 28. Now I am more confident about addressing problems of behavior with the junior students.
Because behavior has to do with disciplinary
Yes.
problems, right?
Very good, Sean. Okay, so we are talking about, because here taught me how to deal with this. For the writer, he has problem with the behavior of the junior pupils, right?
Yes.
So this is the most possible option for number 28. Okay, and this one.
All right. The activity that had the most impact on me dealt with learning not to judge others based on looks or position. And then number 29 is there. This approach is not only useful for me as a prefect, but also in everyday life.
Yeah, so this paragraph is on not to judge people. Okay? You don't judge people by their looks or their position. So this is what this paragraph is telling us. So let's look at the options given. So we have 27, 28. So once again, we look at the options. Okay. Which one is the most possible answer for number 29? Is it A, where we are talking about listening to views and ideas of people? And then C, talking about what they get from the activities, which is a huge change in their behavior.
Okay.
And then next, about the writer that is pushed out of his or her comfort zone. And then it's about time management and stress, how to handle stress.
Yep.
Or is it focusing on positive things? Okay, positives here can be positive things, positive behavior, positive. Okay, so everything positive, or is it sharing experience? Which one will be the most suitable one?
Would it be C?
C. Everyone who attended noticed a huge change in how they behave and treat people. Okay, let's go back to the slide. Okay, the activity that had the most impact on me dealt with learning not to judge people based on looks or position. And you say, now everyone who attended noticed a huge change in how they behave and treat people. And then we go back. This approach is not only useful for me as a prefect, but also in everyday life. is it is it the best option? Okay, is it the best option? Okay.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Because it was between C or F.
Yeah, you are zooming into, yeah. Okay, so the most possible one is...
Aha. So that's a mistake I've done
Why-
there where
yeah,
I just...
Why?
I didn't read the sentences before and after to find a good cohesiveness or a combination of what the answer should be.
Yeah, why is F? Because we are talking about who.
Me.
You are talking about who?
Yes.
The writer,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes.
So, the correct answer will be, I really tried to focus on all the positives.
Okay, so it looks like I have much to learn as well, and for those of you who are watching, hopefully it has been beneficial to you as well on the techniques on how to answer part 4 for paper 1. And right now, I believe we still have one more slide, right, teacher?
Oh yeah, okay. I told you just now that we have answer sheet for you to answer. We are using, I'm not telling that we are using this in the exam, but it looks like this.
Okay,
looks
looking
like
one
this.
like this,
Okay, but so what is the question just now? Number 27 just now, right?
29.
Okay, so 7,
27.
28, 29. So
Yes.
you have to write the answer either in this space, okay, in this space, or if there are options for you to blacken your answer, then you blacken it here.
Okay.
Sometimes this paper that is given to you is only given A, B, C, D, and E.
Yes.
So there is no F, G, and H. So if there is no F, G, and H, then you write the answer here. For example, F.
Okay.
Make sure you write the answer, yeah. Don't forget to transfer your answer here.
Oh yes, because all the answers will be on this paper and not the question paper,
not
correct?
the question paper.
All right.
Thank you, Sean.
All right, thank you so much, Madam Eileen. And right now, we're going to take a short break. Back to you after this on Sukses SPM 2022 Pecutan.
EduwebTV KPM. EduwebTV KPM.
You are now watching Sukses SPM 2022 Pecutan, where our subject for today is English, focusing on paper 1 together with Madam Eileen. All right, Madam, shall we continue?
Yeah, thank you, Sean. Okay, we are going to continue with part 5, the last part of paper 1.
Okay.
So in part 5, there is a text of no more than 370 words, and there are 2 types of tasks for this part. Okay, where we call this part the limited response part. Okay, so the 2 types of tasks with 8 questions. Okay, so 4 for each task. Okay, so here my advice for you for this part is that you will be given short text. Okay, you have to read it carefully and then determine the main idea in each text. Okay, so you read carefully and you have to underline the key words. Okay, underline keywords. Look for the keywords in the text. However, you have to beware of the word limit you can write in the blank. Okay, the second task for part 5, there are word limit where pupils need to follow the word limit. So use words from the text only. Don't use your own interpretation. Okay? And one most important thing that you need to know is make sure spelling is accurate. Okay? Accurate spelling.
Okay.
So meaning here is you copy and paste from the text to the question. Okay. So here, reminder for all of you. Okay, you have to read the question carefully because the question will tell you what to do. For example, in task 1, okay, in task 1, the question will be which paragraph A until F describe the following authors or describe the following or whatsoever question that is. So this is an example. So you mention only this one, alphabets.
Okay.
Don't ever mention whatever names that are given there, time or whatsoever. Just the alphabets. And for second part, okay, the second task, it will be complete the notes using information from the text. No own words. Okay, and in the instruction also, there will give you the word limit. So here, no more than one word. So meaning the blank is for one word. Okay, so I'll show you the sample question. Okay, this will be the layout where we have 6. Okay, then this is task 1. Okay, task 1. This is task 2. So 4 and 4. Okay. So let's go to task 1. Okay, for example, okay, this is question 33 to 36. This is task 1, where you have to write, like I say, paragraph. Okay. Question, which paragraph A to F describes the following experiences of community service? So, paragraph. Okay, let's try one, yeah?
All right.
One question. Number 33. I did not enjoy the word initially. Keyword is initially. What is initially?
At the beginning.
At the beginning, yes. So here, I zoom into A and B. Okay. If we look at A, okay, I started with something that I really believe and have an interest in. So meaning that have interest, so is it enjoy? Does Shah enjoy the work or the community service? And then B, Julie. Okay. At first, I did not know many people and wasn't very enthusiastic. So, does Julie enjoy her work at animal shelter?
At the beginning, not
At the beginning, not really, because after that, right?
Yes.
So here, so the answer for number 33 will be
B.
yes. Don't write Julie, yeah, Sean?
Okay.
Write B.
Okay.
Okay. So the keyword is there. Next. Okay. I organize my work by. Keyword is myself. Myself. E. Okay. I have been involved in community service, going to with my parents. Okay. How about F? Okay. I set up story corner, read to children. Okay. I hope one day my classmate will join me. So who organized the work? Him or herself? Is it E or F?
I would say it's F.
Yes, F. So the answer is F. Write the alphabets. So the same goes for 35 and 36. You have to look for the keywords or clue. Okay, next. So this is for 37 to 40, where, remember, no more than one word.
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at this one. Number 37. Those who are interested in working with animals could help out at a 37 or zoo. Okay. So here, when I look at the word, the clue here is animals. If you look at the text from A until F, there are 2 that are working with animals, which is B and D. Okay, B and D. So animal Okay, here talking about zoo also, animal, right?
Yes.
So, which word do you think is the most suitable? Those who are interested in working with animals could help out at a blank or zoo. We know this is a place, right?
Yes.
Place. So, in which B and D talking about place? Here
Okay.
we have zoo already,
Yes.
right? How about this one?
That would be the animal shelter.
Yeah, so
Just
animal shelter, 2 words. How many words?
One word.
1 word. So the answer is
Shelter.
shelter. Okay. Shelter. Can we go to another? One question, last one.
Okay.
Okay. For senior citizens, it is useful to think of ways to blank them. So when we are talking about senior citizens, we are talking about old folks home, and we are also talking about children's home. But the real clue is, what is senior? Senior citizen. Is it young children?
Oh, no.
No. So here, meaning your answer will be in paragraph C. So for senior citizens, it is useful to think of ways to them. Is it to spend them, to volunteer them? To taught them. After the word to, it must be in
It has to
the
be a
best
verb, right?
form. Yeah.
Okay.
So to, what is the most suitable word? To
teach? Oh, to entertain.
Okay, to enter. Okay, just now, Sean, you give the answer teach, right?
Yes.
You know teach is the root word for
Taught.
taught. Like I said before, no on words.
Yes.
Remember?
That's right. Yeah.
So you cannot use your own words. The word must be from the text itself.
Alright.
So the this goes to question number 39 and 40. We have to zoom in into the correct paragraph. In order to get the correct answer. Remember, no on words.
Yes, that's right.
So, and for this section, you have to write your response here. Okay, you have to write your response here. Example just now is number 37, shelter. So you write down here, shelter.
Okay.
Number 38 just now, enter. 10. Remember, transfer your answer. Okay.
Alright. Thank you once again, Madam Eileen, for sharing all these tips and tricks and also how we can do our very best to score for paper 1 of English. Thank you so much, Madam Eileen. And for those of you watching, hopefully this has helped you to get your maximum score for SPM. And don't forget to watch us on EduwebTV KPM for more shows like this. Take care and all the best. Bye, everyone.
Bye.